I'm very, very happy to be here, truly.
How is Lithuania for you? What was the first impression when you came?
Well, I came at night and I'm in a hotel, but I didn't see yet around the city. But from my balcony, I've seen those church and amazing.
Do you have any plans for sightseeing, for meeting local people?
Yes, maybe I want to see some. I'm going to see some a karate school or a martial arts school. I'm going to see some people. My main stay here is to help that Operation Smile organization to try to raise as much money as possible for those children, because we all want to smile, right?
And we also told that you don't want to see any alcohol during your visit to Lithuania and also during the after party tonight?
No, because alcohol is no good for me, because when I start to drink, I drink, you know?
Really?
Yeah. When I start to work, I work. When I start to train, I train. I am compulsive. I cannot just do stuff halfway. And I think it's cool. I mean, some people are neutral. They can be just in the middle. It's very hard for me to be in the middle, because I said to myself, okay, if I drink one glass of wine, then I want a second one, third one, because I believe I did something bad. Because you know, alcohol can be very dangerous for me.
Okay, and your topic for today's speech is my fight to the top. Yes?
Fighting?
Fight. My way, my fight to the top.
My
Fight.
My fight to the top?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about, yes, tell me.
And do you have any tips for young people who feel confused or how to reach their top? Like a universal tips for everyone?
It's very simple to me. It's like, you know, we all born with what we call instinct. And sometimes too much education or too much, no, not too much education, too much rules and too much, in a sense, education can destroy what you want to do in life. Because if you follow the books, you are compressed to follow what people are teaching you, which is good for hygiene and all that stuff. But if you want to succeed in life, you have to find first what you want to do. So you have to ask a question to yourself. What do I want to do? But you're going to hear nothing, because instinct, it's like the size of a seed. And more you ask questions to yourself, more that seed will start to grow to the size of a raisin, and then to a peach, and then to your full body. To the point one day you will understand what you want to do. You will hear something. You've got to ask yourself, I'm here for what? I'm here to eat, I know this. I'm here to be in love, I know this. But it's all about creation. What's the most important thing in life? It's to create. What I would like to create. Even if you want to be the best driver in the world, taxi driver, the best waiter, a movie star, whatever, a writer, you've got to first ask the question to yourself. And to me, it worked like this, for people to understand. It's like you're fishing to the future. So every time you ask a question to yourself, you're sending in the sky, and it's very foggy, you're sending to try to catch a fish. And that's the question. What I want to do. What I want to do. And finally you'll get the answer of really what you're made for. Because everybody are made for a specific. But the specific will not be told to you by somebody else. It has to be told to you by yourself. You have to find out. So you're going to send that fishing line, and it will never respond. And one day it will hook. It will hook of what you want to do. Then when you know what you want to do, you're going to behave of what you want to do. So when I came to America, I knew already I wanted to be, at that time, a movie star, but my main concern was always the ecology. But because I met so many, okay, let's retract here. So when you know what you want to do, you become that what you want to do. So when you go, and I did go to the US, I go, hey, my name is Jean-Claude Van Damme, and I'm a movie star. Even though I was nobody, I said to people, I'm going to be a movie star, and they can feel the energy. And this is how it worked for me, and that's how it worked for everybody. And everything is possible in life, to the point even to kill a deceased, if you believe you can do so. I truly believe in that. Truly.
Before starting your career in Hollywood, you were a limo driver, yeah, a delivery guy.
Yeah.
What do you remember from these times? Was it hard times, fun times?
It was the greatest time of my life.
Why?
Because it was the suffering of knowing what you're gonna be, and you regret those times of you know, of waiting, of being happy, being sad, searching, and this and that. It's a path. Knowing that I'm gonna make it, instead of being sad about the path, I enjoy the path into sadness. You understand what I'm saying? I enjoyed this process of reaching, like they're saying, the star. And if it came too easy, how can you appreciate your success? And also, it was destiny to take 5 years to become what I want to become. Took me 5 years. Landing in America, it took me 5 years to become what I am. But I was thinking about this dream since I was 11, 12 years old.
So that's the feeling of being an international movie superstar.
Excuse me?
That's the feeling of being a superstar.
First of all, I'm not a superstar. Michael Jackson is a superstar. You know, I mean, you have superstar and superstar. I'm a guy who just made it, and I came in the right time, you know? In terms of action movie, I came in the right time because Bruce Lee died. Chuck Norris was on his way, not down, but on his way of retirement. And I was the new white boy being there at the right time, at the right place. And also with my conviction, I'm going to make it. So it's about everything. Like I said, you need some luck. Of course, I push every day. I was pushing, and I didn't have much money. So I was doing all types of jobs to survive. To the point sometimes, I've got to admit, I stole some food in the market, you know, to eat. And I did have my different types of market, not to go to the same one. And I was stealing around 2, 3 in the morning, so I've got less chance to be caught by cameras. But I'm not ashamed to say, because I never stole from people. I just stole food to eat from those big markets in America. If I didn't eat, I cannot survive. Listen, to make it in life, you have to do everything except hurting people. If you don't hurt people, it's okay. But you have to do whatever it takes to make it.
Okay. Have you ever dreamed about the Oscar?
I will never get an Oscar. I don't think so. I mean, I made a movie called JCVD, who was a superb acting job. I mean, truthful job. And I'm too catalog into the action field. I was so good, and I'm so good with action that people sometimes they're refusing that guy to have different etiquettes. I didn't see yet James Cameron winning an award for best action film, you know. It's difficult to win an award in an action movie. It has to be a subject about racism, about genocide, about stuff like that.
And as an actor, you travel a lot and meet a lot of different people. What was the most memorable meeting for you during your career, during your trips?
You know, one day a studio asked me, can you go to see some kids who've been fighting in Iraq? And I said to the studio, I don't want to do this. And they say, why? I say, because I don't know what's going on in life. Maybe on that side, you have to be there to know what's going on. So I didn't want to take any party and this and that, but I finally decided to go see those children, those young people from the Midwest, because understand something, America, it's not California, and America, it's not New York. America, it's that big valley in the middle between LA and New York. And those are the real people, and they believe in the American flag. If they say go and fight, they go and fight. Same for other countries. So I visit a clinic where people were amputated, all kids, you know, some 2 legs, some 1 leg, some like no arm, no legs, like a sausage, and only 1 arm to lift in the bed. When they saw me coming in, they were very proud, and you have that, you know, that stuff there, and they're pushing themselves to show that they're strong with Van Damme. At that time, they are into morphines. So I visit every room, the best, you know, those kids, when they talk to you, they don't talk for 5 minutes. They send me there to sign some pictures and to be with them, but then they go, hey, psst, psst, it's time to go to the other room. I wasn't able to do that because those kids, they talk about their life. Say, yes, you know, my mama, she's a great person, and my stepfather was kind of bad to her, and before I was doing martial arts, I was able to protect my mother. So they go into a long conversation. They get blown in Iraq, they get shot, because if not, the body go into shock. You know, when you get burned, you go hot, cold, hot, cold. Then they put them in a plexiglass tube, and they send them back in America to get intense care. But then after that, they go to rehabilitation, and then after that, they go back on the street, and they get what, $300-400 a month, and they have to live in a wheelchair where they shit and pee in a plastic bag, and then it's over. Nobody talk about them anymore. So I was with those people, and I was unable. I said at the end of my tour, I said, guys, now I've got to go to the restroom because, you know, I've got to go to the restroom. So I closed the door, and it's the first time in my life I said I was needed. I never knew in my life that I can make so many kids, those young soldiers, so happy. I didn't know that I'm going to make them so happy. You know, because I'm always a normal guy. You know, I brush my teeth in the mirror. I see myself and nothing else. So it's hard for me when people are telling me I'm a movie star, I'm this, I'm that, because I always knew myself as the kid on the street of Belgium. But that day, I knew that small things are big things, you know, and this is something amazing, yeah.
Okay, and
that was one of my best time in my life. Also, on the other side, I shot a movie in South Africa one day, and I was able to see sunset like never before. Because when is the last time you were able to sit down and to see a sunset on the beach going from here all the way down? When in your life?
2 years ago, maybe.
I mean, I'm saying we should take. So I've seen with the film business some amazing things, you know, like the kids, like the sunset, and I've been into safari. I've been to many things like movies that can give you so much to enjoy in life. Yeah, so many memories, so many souvenirs. Me, it's a guy who was living in Belgium, who didn't speak good English, who was selling flowers for my father. Then I opened a gym, and before that I was doing martial art lesson, I was teaching. Then I said I can do better than that. And then I flew to the States, and you know, it was a very long itinerary. And if one day they ask me to do biography, I don't know where to start. It's too long for a biography. And I don't even remember half of it.
Okay, and the last question about your epic split
Yes.
between two tracks. And did you expect the reaction before? It was released?
The reaction?
We had so much attention. And
No, but it was well done. It was a great concept. It was, by the way, designed by Volvo. I didn't come with the idea. And of course, the split is my signature, the Spagas, right?
Yeah.
And what's funny, we did the most click since YouTube exists. We did have the highest. We passed 100 million, which is huge, which is amazing, just because this commercial. Again, right time, right place, and I guess we all were lucky, you know?
did we pay enough?
Excuse me?
Did we pay enough on that?
I was well paid, yes. I was well paid. But, you know, it's like my agent is saying, you know, it's a lots of money, but one thing you don't understand, guys. I said, what? Even to me, he explained. He said that it took you 40, 50, 52 movies to be known. And what people have a tendency to forget is like I've been working for 86, 2004, for 35 years in the business just to get that type of name. So they're paying not for the commercial, they're paying for that long path. Or yeah.
Thank you.
My pleasure.